welcome back to the Cutlass Board Games channel, and this time we are doing another Sex and Violets setup video. This time it's a bit more of a challenge. This time our goal is to find out who is best paired with the evil twin. In this setup we've got the Nodashi, who is poisoning the Dreamer and the Town Crier. We have the Clockmaker, who will be getting the same information regardless of which minion he count to the Nodashi. We have the Mathematician, we have the Evil Twin, the Philosopher, the Serenovus, the Oracle, and the Seamstress. Now, which of these townsfolk is going to be the best choice for a good twin? Let's start with the Philosopher. Now, the Evil Twin and the Philosopher wake up on the first night. And the Evil Twin says, "Shush, don't come out and say anything. I have a plan." The Philosopher wakes up, goes and talks to the Evil Twin. Evil Twin says, "Here's what's up. I'll tell you who the demon is if you turn into the Snake Charmer. We don't come out as twins." The Philosopher turns into the Snake Charmer. Snake charms the demon, and then the entire evil team is sitting pretty. Kind of scary. Probably not a great choice. You have also the other problem of the Philosopher turning into a powerful information role and running the game for the good team, while the Evil Twin is stuck trying to figure out how best to match that, which can be really difficult. Or like a proactive character. You could actually just turn yourself into an outsider. If the Evil Twin knew it was a Fangu, the Philosopher could turn into an outsider and receive the Fangu jump. It gives the twin too much power to influence the good twin into becoming evil, where there's a few opportunities for that to happen. So I think Philosopher, it gives the players too much power, and it is very difficult to balance safely to ensure a balanced game. I think the Philosopher is a no-go. We don't pick that one. Next up is Mathematician. Mathematician is going to be reading information from the Dreamer and the Town Crier. The Town Crier being poisoned by the Nodashi here is pretty harsh because it's going to make it difficult to actually read the twin correctly. And if you're just going to invert the information, then whenever the Evil Twin nominates, Town Crier won't get info. Whenever the good twin nominates, the Town Crier will get info, which is pretty brutal here. And the Mathematician reading that malfunction might be important, especially because there's only going to be 2 malfunctions. So the Mathematician will be bouncing between a 1 and a 2. Pretty much always a 1 for when the Dreamer activates, and then a 2 when the Evil Twin nominates and the Town Crier gets false information, which can be really rough. Or if the Serenovus nominates and then you get false information. I don't know that I would go and have it just fully inverted, like 100% false. I would just make it so that it does not detect minions. If it is 100% false, then any player nominating and no minions nominating means that you get a yes, which is like also kind of pretty rough. But I think the Mathematician is pretty important in this setup, especially if the Philosopher targets something you can play. Is the Mathematician a good twin choice? I think it's okay. I don't think it's too crazy. The Evil Twin is given the opportunity to be like, guys, there's no misinformation again. I'm a Mathematician with a 0. I trust everything you're saying. And then you try and confirm as many lies as possible. Or you say, it's 0, I know it's a Vortox game. We have to be executing. And the Mathematician is like, I'm getting numbers, so I don't know what to tell you. Next up is Clockmaker. That's going to get a 3 no matter what. I think Clockmaker Evil Twin is really awkward, because the Clockmaker information in an Evil Twin game says that you always just count from either twin, and that gives you 4 candidates for who the demon can be. It depends on the number and the circle size. And then you look at, okay, how much do I trust those 4 people? And it can be really rough. It's pretty rare that it's the other minion that is the one that's detected in this setup. it could be either of them, and that's still fine, which is kind of funny. But as the evil twin, you know the distance between you and the demon, and the clockmaker only knows the clockmaker information. Because the clockmaker information is correct, the evil twin's information has to be different. And then, depending on how clever the good team is, sometimes you can just kind of figure out which twin is the correct one based on how the information pans out. If one of the good twins clockmaker information candidates is executed and then there is no deaths at night, that pretty much proves the evil twin is the evil twin, because they should have a different set of candidates, unless if they both come out with the same number, which is probably only fine if it's a Vortex game. So I think clockmaker is iffy. Is an iffy choice for the good twin in this particular scenario. It might be better in other ones with the different demons. Next up is the poisoned dreamer. Now, the dreamer, the most powerful thing the dreamer can do is, before anyone gets a chance to lie on the first day, the dreamer goes up to someone and goes, "I know you're this townsfolk." And that person goes, "Yes, and I trust you 1,000%. I played a game yesterday where I was the clockmaker and I lied to several people publicly that I was the snake charmer on the first day, including to the dreamer's face. And then the dreamer told a different third party that they saw me as the clockmaker on the first night. And then later, when I came out as my actual role, the clockmaker, the dreamer was like, "Thank fuck, I know this to be correct, and I trust and confirm you." But in this scenario, because the dreamer is poisoned, you have a lot of freedom in how you want to run this. If the dreamer just gets wrong information all the time, the dreamer knows there's misinformation in the game, and usually leads towards a Vortex. And the evil twin can never get correct information, because they just have to guess and hope for the best, right? So if the evil twin is never able to get good dream information, then the good twin dreamer also should be not able to ever get good information. So I think it's an okay pick here, but there might be a scenario where either of them guesses lucky, or the good dreamer just isn't able to convince the town because their ability just it doesn't actually work in the same way that for the evil twin. So I think it's possible. I think it would be an option I don't have a lot of confidence in it being balanced, but is one that I'm curious to see how it would play out. I guess it would depend on who is actually the player holding the dreamer token, and whether I want to bully them or not, because it could be quite stressful for that player. But I think it would, if both of those players are very advanced and I think they're very evenly matched, I would definitely consider it. I think that it would make for a fun game, but it could be rough if there's a skill imbalance between those two players. We have now no Dashi as we're going around the circle, and then after that is the Town Crier. So the Town Crier is poisoned, so the Town Crier is never going to get correct information. The evil twin knows who the other minion is, so could potentially get correct Town Crier information. If the evil twin throws the Serenovus under the bus, they could look like a good player by getting correct information, especially if it's backed up with the Oracle, right? So evil twin goes, "What's up? I'm Town Crier." They push you could probably talk to the Serenovus and be like, "Hey, look, this is the play. I need you to nominate. I need to throw you under the bus so I look really good and we win the game." Serenovus nominates. Town Crier goes, "I gotta know." The evil twin goes, "I got a yes, I have a hunch. I talked to the Serenovus on the first day. I've got an evil read. I think that this is the person that we need to execute." They execute the Serenovus. The Oracle goes, "I went from getting a 0 to getting a 1. I'm very confident that we've just killed a minion. I now 100% trust the evil twin is the good twin," and the game could run away like that. Especially because the Town Crier is used to detect twins. It's really rough putting it in the twin pair, because any twin is just going to say, "You're the other one's the evil twin." It negates the Town Crier's ability. So I think the Town Crier being the good twin is a poor choice. It doesn't really work out that great here. The Seamstress, I think the Seamstress is a pretty good choice when it comes to evil twin, because both of them have to pick a different scenario on what worldview they're trying to build. If one of them wants to try and pick two townsfolk, the evil twin will always know what is correct, but the evil twin won't know what misinformation exists. So the seamstress can pick two people and go, okay, I got this, it's maybe correct, maybe not correct. The evil twin will know with a certainty what like the actual information should be, which can maybe tell them apart for the town, which can maybe help them spin a particular narrative. But I think it is relatively balanced. I would be more likely to pick seamstress than dreamer, depending on the players in the game. And then the last choice is the oracle. So the oracle is really interesting in an evil twin game because what happens is if the demon is executed, the oracle learns about it. But the game doesn't end if the twins are both still alive, so that you will just have a night of no deaths. And then the oracle goes, light bulb moment, we just killed the demon because my numbers changed. Which, with the evil twin knowing who the evil team members are, can always get correct information. The oracle being able to know certainly that the demon has died could be pretty interesting. And also know if the Serenovus has died. If the evil twin is executed and the oracle goes, oh, my information's changed, it's like, well, okay, that was really obvious and isn't particularly helpful. But can work out with the other two, and it also protects a good player's information until the end, because a demon is really unlikely to kill a good twin. They're not really incentivized to do that. So if you do pair the twin with an information character, that can be pretty good. One of the things that I didn't mention before that could happen here is if the Nadashi is killed, the poisoning will go away for the Dreamer and the Town Crier. For the Town Crier, that's largely going to be irrelevant in this setup. For the Dreamer, they suddenly turn on. They've got info, they have a way into the game all of a sudden, and they're able to start doing stuff, which could be really interesting. They will have a big light bulb moment, and depending on how early in the game, they could actually claw back and go, okay, we definitely killed the demon. I just got correct information. I was able to call your real character. You've been lying to me this whole time. I knew you weren't actually this. And could potentially pull it back together. So, recap, tier list, right? Cautious tier is Dreamer and Philosopher. I think Dreamer is more balanced. I think Philosopher is to be used with the most caution. I think not great in this particular setup because of where people are sitting is the Clockmeter. Bad is the Town Crier, and then just okay is Mathematician, Seamstress, Oracle. I think in this exact scenario, I would be looking at who the Oracle is and who the Dreamer is. If I trust that making the Dreamer the good twin isn't going to make a horrible game, I pick the Dreamer. Otherwise, I pick the Oracle. And then I think that is going to be relatively fun and balanced. So if you disagree, please let me know. I am always open to other opinions so we can have a look at it and see what's going on. Or if you have suggestions on rack-ups you want me to have a look at, some ideas you want me to have a go through, requests on scripts that you want me to have a look at, happy to go through all of that stuff. This is supposed to be a storyteller utility to help you get some confidence, learn, and get some ideas about what kind of things you need to be looking at when it comes to setting up for a game.